Hi everyone, I am very happy to welcome you all to Dr. JJ's Virtual Academy of Commerce. In this video, I am going to take you through yet another problem related to funds flow statement. Let us get into the details of the problem. From the following balance sheets of X Limited, prepare funds flow statement. Balance sheets are given for 2 consecutive years. They are 2016 and 2017. Let us get into the details of the liabilities. Equity share capital, it was 3 lakh rupees in the year 2016. It has become 4 lakh rupees in the current year 2017. Preference share capital was 1,50,000. Now it has become 1 lakh rupees. General reserve 40,000 opening, 70,000 rupees is a closing balance. Profit and loss account 30,000 and 48,000. Creditors is a current liability 55,000 and 83,000. Bills payable 20,000 rupees and 16,000. It is also a current liability. Provision for taxation, we can treat it as a non-current liability for which we will open a ledger account. The opening balance of the same is 40,000 and the closing balance is 50,000 rupees. So these are all the items presented in the liabilities and capital side of the balance sheets. So among these items, as I have already suggested, creditors and bills payable are the current liabilities which would be taken over to schedule of changes in working capital. Fine. Regarding assets, the first asset is goodwill. The opening balance is 73,000. The closing, it has come down to 40,000 rupees. Therefore, the difference in the value of goodwill is a goodwill written off during the current year. Fine. Building, opening balance 2 lakh rupees, closing balance 1,70,000 rupees. It's a non-current asset. We will open a ledger account for it. Plant, it is also a non-current or fixed asset. The opening balance is 80,000. Closing balance is 2 lakh rupees. We will open a ledger account for it. Debtor, stock, bills receivable, cash in hand, cash in bank, all these are current assets which would be taken over to the schedule of changes in working capital. If you look at the additional information, we are given with 3 details. Number 1, depreciation on plant amounted 10,000 rupees and on building 20,000 rupees. Number 2, dividend paid amounted 20,000 rupees, and number 3, income tax paid was 35,000 rupees during the current year. These are all the details we could learn from this particular problem. Now let us get into the preparation of funds flow statement, making use of the 3 steps. As I have already explained in my other videos as well, the first step is nothing but preparation of schedule of changes in working capital. In schedule of changes in working capital, we will consider the changes in the values of current assets and current liabilities and record the changes in such a way how they contribute for either increase or decrease in working capital. That's what we are going to do. Now let us record the list of current assets first. These are all the current assets we have already identified when we went through the problem. Fine. Now regarding debtors, the opening balance was 1,60,000. The closing balance is 2 lakh rupees. Therefore, you find increase in the value of debtor. As per the 4 formula, I keep on explaining in all the videos. Number 1, increase in the current asset leads to increase in working capital. Decrease in current asset leads to decrease in working capital. Increase in current liability leads to decrease in working capital. Decrease in current liability leads to increase in working capital. We are going to refer only the 4 formula which I said now to prepare the schedule of changes in working capital. Therefore, here you find increase in debtors, increase in the current asset leads to increase in working capital. It's amounted 40,000. Regarding stock, you find again increase in the value of stock amounted 32,000. Increase in the current asset leads to increase in working capital. Bills receivable, the same effect. You find increase in the value of bills receivable amounted 10,000 rupees. It also stands for increase in working capital. Regarding cash in hand and cash at bank, you find in the values of both items, you find decrease. So decrease in the value of cash in hand amounted 5,000 stands for decrease in working capital. Decrease in the value of cash at bank amounted 2,000 stands for decrease in working capital. Therefore, they are recorded in the decrease in working capital column. Now let us total the value of current assets for the year 2016 separately and 2017, the current year, separately. It has come to 2,82,000 rupees. That's the value of current assets in the year 2016. For 2017, it has become 3,57,000 rupees. Now let us record the list of current liabilities. Creditors and BP are the two items of current liabilities we identified when we went through the problem. Now regarding creditors, the value has gone up. So increase in the current liability leads to decrease in working capital. It is nothing but 28,000 rupees. Fine. Bills payable, the value of bills payable has come down. Decrease in the current liability leads to increase in working capital. It is amounted 4,000. Now let us total the values of current liability separately for 2016 and 2017. It has come to 75,000 rupees and 99,000 rupees respectively for the years. Now, working capital is equal to current assets minus current liabilities. Character A is given for the values of current assets. Character B is given for the values of current liabilities. So, character A minus B, it has given us 2,07,000 rupees as the value of working capital for the year 2016. What about 2017? 3,57,000 minus 99,000, it has come to 2,58,000 rupees. That's the value of working capital for the current year 2017. Now, what about the total of the increase? The total of the items that stand for increase in working capital comes to 86,000. The other one, which stands for decrease in working capital, totaled 35,000. Now, let us just balance the first two columns separately and the remaining two columns separately. It is like balancing a ledger account. Among these two amounts, which is a higher one, 2,58,000, therefore it becomes a total. So you find balancing figure here, which is nothing but increase in working capital. The working capital, which was 2,07,000, now it is increased to 2,58,000. Therefore, you find an increase in the value of working capital amounted 51,000 rupees. That is what we have come to know. The same is verified with the other two columns. Among these two figures, which is a higher one, 86,000. Therefore, it becomes a total of the two columns. The difference over there is 51,000. You can simply understand this particular point that the increase in working capital is 51,000 rupees more than that of the decrease in working capital. What is the difference between 86,000 and 35,000? 51,000. That is why he said increase in working capital is more by 51,000 rupees than the decrease in working capital. Therefore, it is proved that the result of the schedule of changes in working capital is nothing but increase in working capital amounted 51,000. Now let's move to the second step in the preparation of funds flow statement, which is nothing but preparation of required ledger accounts. Now regarding ledger accounts, we should know which is going to be the first ledger account to be prepared. If you look at the liability side items, there is no need to prepare ledger accounts for equity capital, preference capital, then all these are current liabilities. What is the last one? Provision for tax. There is an additional information also in connection with the tax. Therefore, let us first open ledger account for provision for tax. Provision for tax being a credit item, the opening balance of provision for tax should be written in the credit side. So, buy balance brought down 40,000, to balance carried down 50,000. According to the additional information, we understand that income tax paid during the year is 35,000. What is the journal entry for the transaction of paying income tax? Provision for taxation accounted to cash. It's amounted 35,000. That's what recorded. Now you understand there is a balancing figure in the credit side of the ledger which comes to 45,000 rupees, which is nothing but the provision for taxation made during the current year. That's a hidden information we have come to know through preparing provision for taxation ledger account. What is the journal entry? Adjusted profit and loss account debtor to provision for taxation. Fine. Now let's move to identify which is going to be the next ledger account. Fine. Here goodwill, there is no need to open ledger account for goodwill. Only the reduced value could be recorded as goodwill written off in the adjusted profit and loss account, which is going to be the last ledger account we are going to prepare. Now building, plant, for these two fixed assets we need to open ledger accounts. Buildings and plant, they are being debit balance. Definitely you need to write the opening balance of these items in their ledgers in the debit side. Look at it, building, 2 balance brought down 2 lakh, buy balance carried down 1,70,000 rupees. Now, what is the information given regarding building in the additional information? Depreciation on plant amounted 10,000 and on building 20,000. How much on building? It is 20,000 rupees of depreciation provided on building. What is the journal entry for it? Adjusted profit and loss account debtor in the name of depreciation to building. Look at it. By adjusted profit and loss account 20,000, within bracket what I have written, depreciation. Now listen to me. 2 lakh was the opening balance. If you depreciated building to the value of 20,000, the closing balance of building is expected to be 1,80,000 if nothing else is taken place. But instead of 1,80,000, we could find only 1,70,000 rupees as closing balance of building. So how much difference you find between the expected closing balance of 1,80,000 and the actual closing balance of 1,70,000? 10,000 rupees is missing there. The missing 10,000 is nothing but sale of building to the value of 10,000. So cash account debtor to building. This is a hidden information we have come to know preparing the ledger account for building. The next ledger account we need to open is for plant. This is being an asset, we have to write the opening balance. The debit side, 2 balance brought down 80,000, buy balance carried down 2 lakh rupees. Then regarding plant, we were informed that the plant has been depreciated to the value of 10,000. So adjusted profit and loss account debtor to plant 10,000, which is recorded. Now listen to me. The opening balance of plant was 80,000. The closing has become 2 lakh. Now in between, there is only one thing that is taken place, which is nothing but depreciation. So 80,000 minus 10,000, the expected closing balance in plant account is 70,000 rupees. But what is the actual closing balance? 2 lakh rupees. So you find an increase in the value of plant for an amount of 1,30,000 rupees. So we find plant value is increased by 1,30,000. How it could have been taken place? It's because of purchase of plant. So plant account debtor to cash, a hidden information of purchase of plant for a value of 1,30,000 has been found out through the preparation of a plant ledger account. Now let us prepare the last ledger account, which is nothing but adjusted profit and loss account. And I keep on saying in all my videos related to the preparation of funds flow statement, when you open adjusted P&L account, you follow the procedure of going through the ledger accounts and identify the aspects which are connected with adjusted P&L account, record them first. Followed by you check out the aspects related to adjusted P&L account in the liability side. Then asset side of the balance. Finally, you move through the additional information and then close the adjusted P&L account. This is the right procedure. Now let's get into the first ledger account. Is there any aspect related to adjusted P&L account? Yes. There is tax provided. That means what provision for tax made during the year amounted 45,000. So adjusted profit and loss account debtor to provision for taxation account. Then the next one here, building is depreciated to the value of 20,000. So adjusted profit and loss account debtor to depreciation on building. Then similarly, plant is depreciated to the value of 10,000 rupees. Therefore, adjusted profit and loss account debtor to depreciation on plant, it comes to 10,000 rupees. So we have now gone through all the 3 ledgers and identified the items that are connected with adjusted profit and loss account and recorded them. Now let us go to the liability side of the balance sheet and find out, is there any item which could be recorded in the adjusted profit and loss account. Now look for any reserves. Yes, over here, general reserve, it was 40,000, now it has become 70,000 rupees. Therefore, you find an increase of 30,000 rupees in the value of general reserve, which is nothing but a portion of profit. The amount of 30,000 is transferred to general reserve. So find it there, to transfer to general reserve in the adjusted profit and loss account. This is a non-operating activity also. 30,000 rupees recorded. Then any other item in the liability, absolutely no issues. We open a separate ledger account for provision for taxation, so don't worry about it hereafter. Bills payable and creditors are current liabilities. P&L account, we have written the opening and closing balances of this P&L account only in the adjusted profit and loss account. General reserve we have already considered. Fine. Let's get into the asset side. Is there any fictitious or intangible asset? Yes. We find goodwill over here. It was valued 73,000 in the beginning, now it has come down to 40,000 rupees. Therefore, you find 33,000 rupees decrease in the value of goodwill, which is nothing but goodwill written off a non-operating activity, which is recorded in the adjusted profit and loss account. Look at it, two goodwill written off 33,000 rupees. Fine. Any other item in relation to asset side? No. All these are current assets channelized through a schedule of changes in working capital. For these two fixed assets, we already opened separate ledger accounts, therefore don't worry about them hereafter. Then regarding this one, depreciation, it's already recorded in the P&L account. Dividend, yes, we will record it there. Income tax paid, it is only a payment. This would be directly taken over to the application side of funds flow statement. Fine. Dividend paid, only if dividend is proposed, you can very well make payment of dividend. Therefore, for declaration of dividend, definitely we should record it in the adjusted profit and loss account. This is a non-operating activity. Therefore, two dividend declared or proposed, 20,000 rupees recorded there. That's all. Now, we have gone through all the aspects that we should thoroughly check before we close the adjusted profit and loss account. Now, if you close the adjusted profit and loss account, you find a balancing figure of 1,76,000 in the credit side, which is nothing but funds from the main operations of the business. So step number 2 is over. Let us move to step number 3, which is nothing but preparing the final funds flow statement. In the left side you find sources of funds, in the other side you find application of funds. Now, how to prepare the funds flow statement, which is the starting point? Again, go through the ledgers one after another. The first ledger, is there any amount or fund inflow or outflow you could identify through this ledger? Yes. Tax paid. So tax paid amounted 35,000 is an application of fund. What about this one? Yes. We have sold a building for 10,000, which is a source of fund, and that is recorded there. Then plant, we have purchased plant, which is an application of fund for a value of 1,30,000. Yes. So we have gone through all these three ledgers. What about the result of adjusted profit and loss account? It has brought in the funds from operations amounted 1,76,000, which is a source of fund, and that should be recorded there. Fine. Now let's get into the liability side of the balance sheets. 1. Equity share capital, it was 3 lakh rupees in the last year. Now it is increased to 4 lakh rupees. Therefore, they have issued equity shares for a value of 1 lakh, which is a source of fund. See, the third item in the sources side of funds flow statement, issue of shares 1 lakh. What about preference share capital? It was 1,50,000 in the last year. Now it has come down to 1 lakh rupees. Therefore, they have carried out redemption of preference shares for a value of 50,000, and that is recorded in the application of funds. Now, any other item here? No. For these two non-current assets, we already opened ledger accounts and picked up the relevant items that should be recorded in the funds flow statement. Now, let's move through. Dividend paid. Dividend proposed is already recorded in the adjusted profit and loss account. Now, when it is paid, money or fund goes out of the business, which is nothing but application of fund, and that is what recorded as a fourth item in the application side of funds flow statement. Now, the last one to be recorded is nothing but the result of schedule of changes in working capital. What is that? Increase in working capital, which is an application of fund, and that's finally recorded in the application side of funds flow statement, which is amounted 51,000. Now, you find both the sources of funds and the application of funds are equal with the value of 2,86,000 rupees. I'm sure you all have thoroughly enjoyed my lecture over the 3 steps which I have suggested in the preparation of funds flow statement. Watch the video for a couple of times to gain good understanding over this particular concept. I'll meet you in another video. Thanks for your time to watch this video. Bye for now, everyone. Good luck.